This is RTV6 News at 5, working for you.
First at 5, breastfeeding can be critical for a baby's health.
And that's why Governor Eric Holcomb declared the first week in August Breastfeeding Week in Indiana.
It calls attention to the benefits of nursing and the need to provide more places for women that they can feel comfortable to nurse their child.
RTV6's Stephanie Wade explains where the state can step up.
Each of these names, leaves on this tree, represent a baby who has passed away. Their mother has donated milk in their honor. Indiana has one of the highest infant mortality rates in the country, and breastfeeding can play an important role in helping reduce that.
Where am I going to feed my baby? It is very anxious, especially if you've got people potentially looking at you.
Like many women, Sarah Long says she faced challenges with breastfeeding. One of those being finding the time and a place to nurse, especially while at work.
It's very stressful. We do have calls from moms saying, I don't know what to do. I know that the laws are in place, but my employer isn't necessarily supporting me.
Although it's a woman's right to breastfeed in the United States, there is still a stigma. Long works with the Milk Bank, which provides pasteurized donor human milk to premature and sick babies at hospitals. They work to normalize nursing.
This is a normal way to feed your baby. It's normalization. And I think that's been a problem for quite some time.
She says some women are either unaware of the major health benefits for them or their babies, or feel uncomfortable or unsupported to do so.
For the mom, they really reduce different types of cancer, heart disease, diabetes. They also help reduce the risk of postpartum depression. And then for infants, they reduce the risk of asthma, allergies. They promote healthy weight throughout the lifespan.
According to the CDC, about 78% of babies are breastfed in Indiana. Only a third continue at 12 months. The State Department of Health recognizes the need to support moms to nurse in public. Public places like the airport and malls have nursing rooms, but now they've set up a lactation station RV at the Indiana State Fair and this mom mobile at the Colts training camp.
Make people aware of the benefits of breastfeeding is very important to being able to reduce those numbers for infant mortality.
Providing them with a space, providing them with something accessible, it can really help.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Thanks, Steph. And to ease the anxiety of breastfeeding in public, the Milk Bank has these tips. Practice breastfeeding at home with visitors. Plan ahead. Go somewhere you know that has breastfeeding accommodations, and try an app like Mom's Pump Here that can help you search for a private place to breastfeed. Invest in a good nursing bra and wear layers.
And now at 5, let's call this a terrific Thursday. Another beautiful evening here in our state. What a great stretch of weather as we now hit the home stretch of summer. We don't want to let go. It's been so great.
So, Kevin, how long is this sunshine going to last?
A long time.
Okay.
All right.
Until sunset.
We'll take it.
No, we're not going to see any rain maybe till the middle of next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we got to say the time and date that I'm talking, because nothing seems to change here on a daily basis. You rate the day. I would give it almost a 10, but you always have to save room for improvement. Humidity's low and tons of sun. It's a great evening. Closest showers and thunderstorms, you see those south of Columbus, Ohio. They're not headed to central Indiana. They're some 130 miles away, and they'll stay away. As far as our wind is variable. There's really no prevailing wind direction, and the wind is light, under 10 miles per hour. Temperature in Indianapolis, 83 degrees. We're down 1 degree from the afternoon high of 84. It's still 84 in Columbus. Temperatures in the low 80s from Terre Haute to Bloomington. Great night for animals and all that jazz. Great tradition at the Indianapolis Zoo. Temperature 82 at 6 o'clock, cooling into the upper 70s. Neat event there. We'll talk about tomorrow and the weekend and the slow changes that arrive coming up.
Head north of Indianapolis, and the city of Westfield is one of Indiana's fastest growing communities. And developers, they're showing an extreme interest in building new homes in that area. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is finding that some neighbors, they're coming together in hopes of stopping a proposed project.
This is the land here near 146 in Oak Ridge and Westfield, right across the street, where developers are hoping to put 94 new single-family homes, and it will also include commercial space as well. But right now, neighbors living in this area are signing a petition, ultimately telling the city of Westfield that they don't believe this project is the right one for this community. John Mueller has called Westfield home for the last 25 years. He lives in a neighborhood near 146th in Oak Ridge. He's concerned about a proposal in front of the Area Plan Commission asking to rezone this farmland. Right now, it is zoned for low-density single-family homes, but Pulte Homes is asking to build a neighborhood called Landings at Village Farms. It would include 94 homes and commercial space.
We're not opposed to the development of that farmland. What the opposition is to the rezoning. We think that it'll devalue the property. Right now, the standard zoning is homes, a minimum lot size is 15,000 square feet. The proposal for this project is to change that to 6,000 square feet. So a home like what we're looking at here, there'd be, for one home lot, there'd be 2.5 homes in that same footprint.
Tonight, we are still waiting on a response from Pulte Homes about the rezoning proposal. A Westfield spokeswoman says they are not surprised there's interest in the land. However, there isn't much they can say while it goes through the professional process. A public hearing is scheduled for Monday at 7 p.m. at Westfield City Hall. Working for you in Westfield, Nicole Griffin, RTV6. Tonight, the FBI is reconfirming the man its agents shot and killed in Chicago 85 years ago was, in fact, John Dillinger. This comes after relatives of the notorious gangster said they want to exhume his body at Crown Hill Cemetery because they still have doubts it's really John Dillinger in the casket. The Indiana State Department of Health released the affidavits from Mike Thompson and Carol Thompson Griffith. They are Morgan County residents who say Dillinger is their uncle. In the documents, the relatives say they are seeking to have, quote, a body purported to be John H. Dillinger exhumed from Crown Hill Cemetery for a forensic analysis and possible DNA testing, end quote. The History Channel is helping the family with the process since it is producing a documentary on Dillinger. The body will be exhumed in September.
Only on RTV6, this could help you and your family. A new health app focused on Hoosier Health created right here in Indiana. The goal, to get the latest tips and research on healthcare right to your phone and let you control your own medical care. Living healthier is the message being peddled across the state to combat obesity and tobacco-related diseases. Both health issues are behind major insurance and hospital costs.
What we want to do is disrupt healthcare. You know, the system in this country is broken. And unfortunately, we mainly concentrate on fixing problems once they've already developed, and we wouldn't treat our cars that way.
Having the right information about you helps us deliver better care.
Dr. Peter Emby is with the Regan Street Institute. They specialize in collecting information to improve healthcare services, and they've partnered with LifeOmic to roll out a new app focused on Hoosier families.
Should help us improve the health of the state.
The All In for Health app allows you to share as much as you want about your health and then receive the latest information on how to improve your daily life.
About 2.5 years. Yeah.
And the All In app?
We can make very personalized recommendations for you that are tailored to you, your family history, your genetics, your background. Yeah, that's the promise of precision medicine. But it's far better to get ahead of these things and keep people from developing these illnesses in the first place. And that's what this sort of technology can accomplish.
We'll have much more on this story tonight on the news at 7. The All In Health app is also being done in partnership with IU, Purdue, and Notre Dame. We've linked the app for your review in this story, of course, on the RTV6 app and the IndyChannel.com. And as always, with any new app, make sure you read the terms and conditions before signing up. Again, we'll have more on this story coming up tonight right here on the news at 7. You may see people walking down the street in Indianapolis with a lot of fun costumes, Amanda.
And that's because Gen Con is back, and just like past years, this promises to be the biggest Gen Con ever. More than 70,000 people are expected to play games this weekend at the Indiana Convention Center and Lucas Oil Stadium.
So here's a big reminder. The 4-day badge and Saturday badges, they're all sold out. Yeah, they're sold out. Sorry to hear that. Organizers say they've sold more 4-day badges than ever before. You can still get individual day badges for tomorrow and Sunday.
And the Indiana State Fair kicks off tomorrow, which is opening day, and it is also RTV6 day at the fair.
Our team will be there live at the fairgrounds throughout the day, bringing you live coverage and fair-related stories. From the llamas to bees to corn farmers, we'll show you some of the unsung heroes of our heartland. It'll be a great time. Amanda will be there, Kevin will be there, the Good Morning Indiana team will be there.
It'll be lots of fun.
Come out, say hello.
Still ahead at 5:30 on RTV6. If you are looking for a job, don't be shocked if you get a text from a recruiter. Working for you, we show you how to handle messages like this, which could help you find a job faster.
And this, a very serious issue, inclined sleepers for infants now being recalled. We'll show you the issue and how you can protect your little one. But first, let's check in with Kevin.
And we'll track that humidity through the weekend, but it's really not until early next week that we start to feel the humidity a little more. Talk about what that will bring with the forecast as well, coming up.
50 rallies and checkers. Best foodies know the deal.
Now at 5, a beloved North Central High School crossing guard finally back on the job after a vehicle hit him back in March. Traffic Control Officer Tony Taylor is once again helping students and teachers at North Central safely get into the school parking lot. Back in March, a car hit Taylor right off of 86th Street. Now at the time, his GoFundMe page said it would be a long road to recovery. Doctors treated Taylor for several injuries, but 5 months later, as you can see, he is back on the job, doing the job that he loves, with the kids that love him, and of course, welcome back to the job, Mr. Taylor.
There could be new life for a historic downtown Anderson theater that's been closed for 11 years. The city of Anderson used city funds to buy the State Theater at 13th and Meridian Streets from a California company for $127,000. What happens next is up in the air, though. An Anderson spokesperson says the city could resell the property or lease it. Efforts to bring the state back to life since it closed in 2008 were held up by a lawsuit over water damage to the building. And working for you with an RTV6 recall alert, another company is recalling inclined sleepers for infants due to safety concerns. Doral Juvenile Group USA has recalled inclined sleepers sold under the Disney and Eddie Bauer brand names. The company says this is a precautionary measure after infant deaths in connection with similar products were reported. The recall impacts Doral's Eddie Bauer Slumber and Soothe Rock Bassinet, as well as the Disney Baby Doze and Dream Bassinet. You should immediately stop using these inclined sleepers and contact Doral for a $60 voucher.
New developments tonight. Kentucky State Police now say they've accounted for everyone missing after that gas explosion that killed one person and injured 5 others. Investigators say the early morning explosion and fire destroyed at least 5 homes and, as you can imagine, damaged many others. This happening in Junction City, which is just southwest of Lexington. Kentucky State Police say they think the woman who died may have tried to leave her home and could have been overtaken by the heat. It is not clear at this hour what caused that massive explosion.
Now moving to a developing story, new information coming in about 2 American teens arrested in connection to the stabbing death of an Italian police officer. Their parents are now talking about the case as the teens' social media posts are analyzed by investigators. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez with the latest tonight.
The father of one of the American teenagers accused of murdering an Italian police officer, leaving jail where his son is being held. 19-year-old Finnegan Elder accused of stabbing Officer Mario Cerciello Rega 11 times with this 7-inch blade. This Instagram photo now being broadcast on Italian television showing Elder in San Francisco before his trip holding a large knife similar to the murder weapon.
The kid had a knife. I'm not, at least in San Francisco, certainly in America, that's not a super surprising thing. People carry it for protection.
As police analyze that image and another taken in front of the Pantheon possibly hours before the stabbing, Elder's mother tells Italian newspaper La Stampa, the only explanation I can give myself if it turns out he really is involved in a direct way in this tragedy, it means he was terrorized and so he reacted in this way. The other suspect, Elder's childhood friend Gabriel Natal, is also being held in connection to the murder. His father insisting his son is innocent, saying in a statement, Gabriel never imagined there would be a confrontation and did not know his friend was armed. He only became aware of what actually happened after his arrest.
Italian newspapers are reporting that Natal's lawyers have filed documents asking that he be released from jail while the investigation continues. It could be weeks before a judge considers that request. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
If you are craving a burger but you don't eat meat, Burger King may have a solution.
So the fast food chain just announced it will sell the plant-based Impossible Whopper nationwide beginning next week. Burger King says the Impossible Whopper had a successful rollout in 7 test markets, which is why they're making the new product go national.
So from next Thursday until September, Burger King will offer delivery and mobile customers 2 sandwiches, an original Whopper and an Impossible Whopper for $7 so they can compare them.
Impossible Foods, which makes the burgers for Burger King, White Castle, and other chains, has been struggling to meet surging demand for their Impossible.
So apparently
burger.
It's not impossible. All right. The possibilities are endless, meteorologically speaking, right?
You can bike, you can barbecue, you can walk on the canal. I mean, it is awesome out there.
It's really nice.
Can I get some pom-poms?
If you go back to April, May, when we said when was it going to stop raining and the humidity was so oppressive, this is kind of balancing.
This is perfect.
Yeah, this is
awesome.
balancing that out. You can enjoy some nice evenings, and even when we warm up a little bit into the weekend, temperatures won't be too warm. 84 is our average high this time of year. Temperatures will push to 86, 87 at their warmest, I think, within the forecast. Okay, here's what's ahead for the evening hours. Clear skies, light wind, temperatures, they'll be down into the mid-70s as we go into the late evening hours. As far as our temperatures across central Indiana right now, hang on one second, my computer's not quite working right, but we'll fix that. It's a short walk over here. As you look out your window, any clouds that you may see, those will disappear and will stay clear tonight across central Indiana. Temperatures from north to south, 79 in Logansport, lower 80s in Frankfort. Are we back on track? We're back on track. Nothing can stop us. All this sunshine, 80 in Bloomington. Temperatures over the next couple of days will gradually warm up, but we don't get too carried away. Say hello to Maxwell and Jackson. I love those names. The 2 boys ready to go for a walk here this evening. And the wind is light, and temperatures with low humidity make it absolutely perfect. Thanks to all of you who've been sending in dog pictures so I can take your dog for a walk. Let's jump to tomorrow. Opening day at the fair, band day as well. By noon, we're at 80 with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. We roll out the afternoon hours. You'll definitely need the sunscreen if you're headed to 38th and Fall Creek to the fairgrounds. Temperature of about 83, and that's just about average for this time of the year. The wind will be light out of the northeast. These are base temperatures from which will slowly warm up. You can spend the day at the fair, then head to Victory Field tomorrow night. Every Friday night game during the summer is Friday night fireworks. So the first pitch a little bit later at 7:15. Fireworks after the game. Temperatures will still be in the low 80s for the first pitch. As we look at the weekend, temperature of about 85. Lots of sunshine around. I don't think we feel much in the way of humidity until we get to Sunday. There are your Saturday high temperatures and the 7-day forecast. At its warmest early next week, 88 on Tuesday. A noticeable change. The humidity will come up. That will at least give us a chance for thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. But I don't think prior to that you'll walk outside at any one point and say, "Woo, it's humid." I think we'll have relatively dry warmth and comfortable conditions.
We're getting spoiled.
Yeah, but we're enjoying it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, we're okay. We're good. We're all good.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
And Keller, right now.
Hello, I'm
I'm Ted Rollins with Court TV Live. It took a Florida jury of 8 women and 4 men nearly 8 hours to return 3 guilty verdicts in the capital murder case against 30-year-old Grant Amato. Prosecutors were able to prove that Amato killed his mother, his father, and his brother over an obsession with a Bulgarian web girl. This is a girl that he literally met online and never met. After blowing through his own money, Grant Amato stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from his parents and his brother to spend on this woman named Sylvia. Now the jury has to decide whether Grant Amato should live or die. Both sides will make their case to the same jury. The defense will argue that Amato's life is one that's worth saving, while the state of Florida will ask that this jury returns a verdict of death. We will have complete coverage of the penalty phase of Grant Amato versus the state of Florida, plus coverage of other cases from around the country, all on Court TV. I'm Ted Rollins. Now back to you in the studio.
And you can keep up with all of those big cases 24/7 on CourtTV.com. Well, apparently having a potato with bacon is too much.
At least that's what actor Kevin Bacon found out while going through security at the airport. You see, Bacon was in the security line last month when TSA scanned his bag. They had to look a little bit closer because they weren't sure what kind of item would have the shape they found on their x-ray machine. And that's when TSA discovered, yep, it was a sweet potato.
On The Tonight Show Tuesday evening, Bacon said he knew he would be hungry, so he put a potato in his bag, and of course, TSA flagged it.
But Kevin Bacon took it all in stride, saying TSA has a tough job. He even found it funny. The next time you should put that baked potato in a 3-ounce container. Maybe TSA won't mess with you.
It is pretty random to just have a straight up potato in your bag.
Hey, if you get hungry, you know, it's healthy. We'll see what happens. Coming up tonight on the news at 6, the company at the center of so much controversy over moving Indiana jobs to Mexico is now looking for local workers. But what is Carrier getting in return? I dig into that as Call 6 investigates tonight, all new at 6.
But first on the Now Indy, the state fair starts tomorrow, but right now the focus is on safety. We will show you what is being done to keep you and your family safe, especially at the Midway. You're watching RTV6.